Alright, hello again, and welcome. Going to play dhymel1. Well, I don't know how you say that, but that's how I'm saying it. And for my second match of the tournament, I've got a 5-2 here. It's not particularly good. It's actually kind of crappy. I suppose you just open with the Spice Merchant. Distant lands look pretty good. There's no plus buy besides Spice Merchant. I guess if you do that, you're definitely giving up the coppers if they don't mirror. As far as keep points go, I guess that's worth considering. Not doing that. I mean, how good is the engine here? There's obviously lots of engine stuff, so I think it's just a question of the distant lands being too good. So I guess I have to just pass on my 2. I mean, there's nothing to buy here, unfortunately. I will get a silver. You can also do pillages. Boils are another keep source. Horde looks pretty good. I probably should have stopped there and not triggered the shuffle. I didn't really stop and think. That was probably a huge misplay on my part. So again, the building, you can build here, but you're somewhat limited in what you can do as far as how good your deck ever becomes. Obviously, if you buy the silvers, you'll win the keep points. I'm trying to think whether this direction works or not. Actually getting city quarters and things. It's kind of a hard sell. But I guess I'm gonna go for it. And hope that somehow we can come back on points over the course of the long game. Yeah, I mean, I feel better having seen him buy the estate there. I think that's pretty bad. I would like to get a horde. So hopefully this turn I can buy one. Now I assume he'll buy distant lands, which I agree with. I want to discard. Okay. So I can afford, excuse me, a horde here. I almost want to take a city quarter, although not great. I'm a little worried about the lead he's building up. So we missed the distant lands by a bit here. Here's a nice turn though. Though unfortunately he'll just keep getting these distant lands as well. Whoops, I forgot to play the city quarter. That was stupid. I could start buying pillages. I don't want that right now. That is about what you expect. I need more city quarters. I can double distant lands here. Okay. That was a pretty good turn. Guess we'll keep it. Too many golds. Obviously I can put on the city quarter, though there's no guarantee it really does much for me. Let's go ahead and play this pillage. This is a little better start. We may need another spice merchant just for the buy, Okay, these are pretty good city quarters. They're not the best, but whatever. Maybe I can top deck a ironmonger at the end or something. Nope. Well, nope. Not gonna work. Okay. Anyway, not gonna work. I'm not gonna catch him on silvers. Well, realistically, I'm probably not gonna catch him on many things. Somehow, though, my treasure gaining here has to outpace my buys or keep up with it. Keep up with my buys or something. Something like that. Which means I may not want to play the spoils. What do I want to buy here? I would like to keep attacking him. Most turns. For a number of reasons. So I could do pillage city quarter or pillage spice merchant, I guess, if I play spoils. I could also do start in on provinces, I guess. That's not good. I'm not gonna do that, but maybe pillage city quarter. I didn't get to pillage him this turn, but that's alright. Okay, if he's buying duchies, I should be okay here. Well, maybe. City quarters are still not really doing quite what I'd want. May want to trash that guy. Okay. So this isn't a great pillage turn, is it? Doesn't matter what I pick. Okay. Good to know. Here's a nice city quarter turn. What are we looking at as coppers? He still has he still has 4 coppers. Yeah. I should have played some of these ironmongers. Could have maybe got some treasure out of them, but so that was poor to autoplay all the city quarters, but it's fine. So do I want him to play the distant lands or do I want him to buy another thing? What is scarier? I'm not really sure. I wish I knew what the gold count was. Because I can probably take that from him eventually. And he's likely to... I mean, I think I'm going to discard the horde. I'm not at all sure that that's correct. So we can get a little bit of money here. Nope. Cannot. Anyway. So probably need another city or another spice merchant at this point. Maybe not though. Yeah, these hands are just going to happen from time to time because I don't. The main thing, I mean, I'm not playing this real crisply last turn. I need to at least give myself opportunities to use Harbinger tricks. It's not the easiest thing to manage. I hope he doesn't ever get to play his pillage, although he may in this last hand. Yeah. Yep, he's going to, of course, because this sucks. So that sucks quite a lot, actually. I need to find some green. Yeah. Which I just cannot seem to do. That is really bad draw. I guess the Harbinger's in here, but I'm going to shuffle. Yeah, that's awful. I guess I can, I'm not going to get anything good out of it. Maybe, no, the Horde was down previous. This is hard. I don't know what's best here, a city quarter or spice merchant or an ironmonger. We're gonna run out of these piles eventually. Unfortunately. He has too many silvers. I'm not going to catch him there. I mean, I might. I guess I could work at it. It would be good for me to figure out where the treasure stuff is sitting, but this is just bad. Okay, so there's one horde that I can buy for for 5 points. And then maybe I can add a second spice merchant. I don't know. I can't run through the whole pillage pile because that just won't work. Nope, that's trouble. That is trouble. Okay, I'm gonna start playing some of these ironmongers now. See if we can't get something. Well, now I probably just need the draw. Okay. I guess I don't have a pillage. Boy golly. he sure does have more than 5 gold. I'm sure about that. He's got 2 spoils. Oh man, this is a pain. Okay, that's all right. Yeah. He's 1 spoils. How many points is 3 provinces? Not 30 whatever points. I was sure it was 30 points, but it's not, I guess. Okay, I just took the gold. I tied on gold there. Such a big, sloppy, awful deck. Maybe I will just wear him down mentally. Come on, draw some actions. No. Come on, draw some actions. Okay. So we already have, I guess it's just take the last duchies. He probably buys another province here. He's probably got a horde. Yeah, it's just... Oh, it's just totally hopeless. The copper situation is still, he has 4 of them. So I'm gonna have to trigger shuffle anyway. Maybe we can harbinger a city quarter on top here. So the question is, how many keep points am I actually losing that it's a 10-point swing? I'm losing in horde. I'm losing in gold, silver. I'm losing all the treasures except, I suppose, spoils in a second. So those are all 10-point swings. So there's still those 40 points and then the 17 points still on the board. So it's not fully resignable, I guess, although it really is, because I can't convert I mean, I can convert spoils to buy pretty easily, but the golds eventually will run out of that option. Yeah, I want to keep that. Last card is a spice merchant? Okay. Now it's time to buy the 0-point estates. I mean, so he gets province again. I'm totally just screwed anyway, right? Basically. He can buy an estate, probably. I don't really know why I'm playing this out. It's not gonna work. Show me green. Nope, never. That is just not in the cards. Hopefully he just has 8. Okay, well we got a couple more turns left. These turns. I mean, I can't really expect this deck to fire off. It doesn't work. He's probably pretty annoyed. This game has already lasted 30 minutes nearly. Alright. He's first now. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. If I had 0 of the duds I had, which you cannot, just to be clear, you cannot really expect that to work or to be the case. But I think if you did have 0 of the duds, then maybe then it works out for me. I guess I'm gonna fairy doctor here and do an overpay by 3. I don't know if that's good or not. Somehow you want to have peddlers, I guess, and replaces are pretty nice. You want to move your fairy out then somewhere else, like a treasury or something, to get the. You can do ironworks for those. I mean, that's okay. It's not super good. I don't know if the Dr. Overpay trick is any faster than just doing like bonfires and replacing your estates. Because that's, I guess, the other thing you could do. You could just these iron working. Like you can do, I'll open Ironworks Ferry on like Treasury or something and just gain a bunch of treasuries is not that is pretty good. I don't know how this doctor stuff works out. It's kind of a stupid ferry target because it's just, I guess it's just trashing an extra couple cards. I get that doesn't seem worth it now that I think about it. So I am gonna ferry the replace, I guess. Really, you would just ferry treasury, wouldn't you? And just buy a replace. I'll try it. I don't know. I kind of expect him to do the same thing, yeah. So I am gonna bonfire though when I have $3 like this. Yeah, I'm not in any way confident of the play here. I don't need all these treasuries. I'm fine with getting just some. So if he wants to buy them and not trash, that's fine with me. I'm okay with having just 3 of them or something like that. Well, I gotta have enough to buy a, hopefully I've got treasury, well, it doesn't actually matter that much. The order doesn't. It matters a little bit. Actually does matter. I hope I have treasury top decked. He should buy a replace. No, he buys bonfire again. Okay. Alright, so we got lucky there. Silver, that doesn't do it. What I could do is buy ferry here, and then next turn Ironworks for the replace. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but Ironworks as silver doesn't really give me what I need. I guess I can actually do that thing I was talking about doing. Or not really. I can buy a peddler though. Could be that ferry buy was pretty stupid. I was thinking I could Ironworks for the replace and draw it, but I can't do that. That would have been good, but that's not actually possible. Oh well. I am thinner. I do have that going for me. Though I'm not actually thinner anymore. I could bonfire the last copper. I don't think I'll do that right now. I guess I'm going to replace the estate into a humble castle. I don't know what I'll ironworks for. I guess a sage. I mean, I could get another replaced, but that's not any good. I could buy the last treasury, but why? I mean, I guess the reason is so he doesn't just ironworks it. Though it's worse than a peddler, right? At least it's a little bit worse than a peddler. For me. But maybe I just don't want him to have an easy ironworks. I'm probably gonna run through some of these castles with the replace. Buys a gold. It's a shame about these a nice castle to get is that that haunted one. I could trash the humble castle and the I don't know what it's called, the copper. Oh, I could have put... No, that doesn't work. I was going to say the fairy, but that's not... That doesn't work. I guess he's going to buy golds and remodel them. That's pretty good. Okay. I think I'm done with the ironworks at this point. guess the sages skip curses. That's kind of nice. And they skip estates. In fact, that was a downright heroic. A downright heroic. I could replace this peddler into a thingamajib, into an opulent castle. I can also play on and see if I get a little more money. See if I get something to, like, what do I draw? Treasury? I mean, if I draw an estate, that's really bad. I can already afford a peddler. I can save my small castle maybe for, I have a nice target here, the crumbling castle, but okay. I guess he'll have his replace now. The trick with the treasuries that he's doing is that you never buy a green card if you replace stuff. So you keep top decking the treasury. So I guess here he is able to buy a green card. So never mind. Wait, what is Sprawling Castle? Okay. I will get the duchy. I guess so far I'm uncontested on these guys. He had nothing. Replace would be pretty nice. This is okay though. I think just buy a peddler, right? This is definitely an interesting board. I didn't ever pick up a Haunted Woods, and probably at some point a Haunted Woods does some nice things for you. So here I can replace the peddler into this grand castle and I guess get quite a few extra points as well, which is cool. And then, you know, a second replace is not at all crazy. Gives me pretty good in-game control. The more peddlers are nice too. He might be able to just snipe the king castle. I'm not overly worried about that, but that is something that can happen. We've got a 3-pile coming up somewhat soon. Anyway, if he doesn't get the king castle here, I will at least get it with my small castle. I think that'll be well worth it. If he has a handful of gold, I've cursed him pretty decent amount. I may be able to just straight afford it. Oh, don't. want to trigger this, I guess, if I don't have to. This is already 10, right? Opulent on these two guys is $4 more. Because I would just assume I'm not going to be able to put the treasures, but well, I mean, I can also play on and maybe buy province with this. I think it's better to do it this way. So that's going to be a whole crap ton of points. Yeah. This is already another province. Though we didn't quite get enough to... Yeah, we did. We can buy a peddler too, so... I could also buy a curse. That seems reasonable. I don't think he can score that many points. This is ending. I don't even have to buy the curse if I don't want to. We had two lopsided score games. I think my cursing did some work. I should update the scoreboard, which I never remember to do. See if he's... So it should be me first now. Whew. All I see is 5-2 and I got a junk dealer. Okay. But, well, no buts. I mean, that's really good. I guess... No villages. So, though there is museum, so maybe we play with more of these terminals. I don't know. Do we want to mess with possession? It probably is fine to have possession. I guess I'm gonna buy the embargo, and I will embargo the junk dealers, I suppose, given the chance. So this is a bit strange. If there wasn't possession, I would think it would just be clearly bandit. Would be my thought. But I really don't know. How many silvers do we need before we switch to merchants instead? I guess here I get a merchant with my transmogrify. We'll see if he's going to... No, okay. Yeah, so you can get plus buy here. I don't really know if it's any good. Well, I'm going to start buying provinces now. I guess he can, like, double merchant or something. He's playing more of the museum stuff than me. My last card is a bandit. I think, unless it got flipped. 2 coppers. So I missed my coppers this time. Is an embargo any good? I can go back for this museum stuff later. I don't have to get it now. And I can also mill provinces, which I will probably do pretty aggressively. Embargo can collide with... well, it can collide with a lot of things, but... No, it can't. It can really only collide with bandit. But I will buy province, so... I don't know what things he's going to buy. I guess possession. I will just aim for a short game. And I will probably not play my transmogrify again. He buys possession, he shuffles, okay. Because I could trash it. I don't know if it's worth doing that, but but I could trash it. All of these cards that you might buy can hurt you on the possession, like the wine merchant or the transmogrify is particularly scary. Could just buy a lot of merchants. That's a little less scary. I mean, the whole point with the reserve cards is there's a special way for them to hurt you. Hopefully he plays his possession. Nope. Okay. This is going to get him a province turn because he has to have the possession. Nope. Never mind. I know what my last card is. I wish I did. Embargo. Okay. Well, I guess I will keep that around for now. I could have swapped it for a merchant. I don't know if there's something good for me to embargo. Maybe. How many coppers have been trashed? Not that many. This would be... I would be pretty glad to see him... Where is his possession? So can buy a copper here, I guess. Not a copper in a state. Did he just choose not to play the possessions? I'm super confused. There it is. I still have a 5-point duchy waiting for me, potentially. Hopefully that he doesn't draw any silvers here, although I think maybe there are some coming up. Really, I hope he doesn't find the wine merchant. Really, the really sad thing is that the possession didn't quite miss the shuffle. It got quite close, but it did not manage it. I suppose he's going to play the embargo and buy something, buy a 5, buy like a council room or something. This bodes pretty well for me buying province next turn. Well, I don't know about that actually, but bodes okay. I could double duchy. I wonder if it's better to leave the thing on the mat. Probably not. He only has this one possession, his huge deck. I don't know when it's going to come out. It may come out at a time that screws me. Let's see what he can buy. He has a province, right? So it's not like the province is 8-pointer for him. I believe. Yeah, okay. But the estate could be a 3-pointer, so that's 9. That's okay. He probably isn't doing anything too crazy in that front. I could buy a copper. Don't think that's worth it. So I'm going to be real nervous until the possession does show up. Oh, I hope he drew the possession. Nope, no dice. This is a 5-point duchy for me. Okay, I have a win. Doesn't matter which one I kill, right? Okay. So I'm not at all confident that I played that better, but it panned out for me. I'm not sure if it's better to play with the museum stuff or not. I didn't get to play my bandit very often. Obviously I had the 5-2, which was awesome. I just have been trying to skip possession, and it didn't work out yesterday, but I guess it didn't punish me today. Not yet, anyway. I am getting pretty nice 5-2s, although 4-3 is alright here. You get the forager sooner. It's a bit of an odd board. You could go with the Jester opening. I mean, there's not a... I guess the only other terminal you'd probably play with would be Gear. I don't hate junking them, and I certainly don't hate the opportunity to gain good stuff. So I may start with a Jester. I'm not real sure of that, though. It would be nice... I'm not going to buy a Duchess. It would be nice to get really lucky with Jester every time. That would be cool. I wouldn't complain if that happened. I think I might go with a vassal over silver, but other than that, I think that's the opening I would do on the 4-3. So, but here, I would just buy a lot of foragers after that. Oh, good. That's great news. that he bought a duchess. So I'm just gonna buy like another forager here. See if he gets the governor right off. He does. Okay, given that I was gifted a forager there, I may just take a silver now. See if he draws me up. No. I don't have any coppers in the trash yet. The Duchess is so weird. That was a little sad that we didn't get anything off the foragers, but not that sad. Here I can buy governor. The rest of the fives will obviously just be governors. He is doing the silver attacking, which is interesting. Alright, we got a bid. I don't think you want to bid very much. We'll just do 10. We'll do 9. Do I want that forager as well? Now I have too many. Okay, the debt is repaid. He didn't trash anything, huh? Okay. So, I may want a gear, or I could get a vassal. The vassals are somewhat likely to whiff. I mean, I'm thin and all, but that was a pretty good turn for him. It's interesting that he's never once used the... That's bad. I don't want to see that. That's actually really crappy. Let's try a vassal. I don't really have high confidence in my chances here. But especially if he gets these last two governors now. Looks a little scary. No lie. Obviously he was willing to take that debt, so I could have pushed that a little more. Man, I don't even know if there's anything worth buying. I'm pretty unimpressed with my my vassal buys so far. Kira's pretty good though, probably. We'll have to see. Two estates, okay. So he's gonna try and rush those. Well, I gotta score some points then, I guess. I was gonna maybe not play quite so aggressively, but I gotta score some points, so that was pretty sad. That was nice that I made him discard that. It's not great though. He can probably get the estates pretty quickly. There aren't fours, that's kind of nice. Yep, he'll probably win. I'm having a hard time seeing how he would lose. Unless I can, win immediately, which does not seem likely. I even had pretty good gesture luck, so I probably would just play this really badly. He gets to trash a curse, that's not great. Yeah. That is about what you expected to see. I wish I had tracked my deck to know whether the last card is action or not, but I can do the gear. It makes two governors miss the shuffle though. Which is not very good. So I drew him a little bit, so probably he just buys out the estates now. Yep. That's a bummer. Okay. So now it's my start. All these 5-2s, man, are they even good? I don't know. So I could stop here and buy a magpie. could also stop here and buy an expedition. I can also draw on and hope I find copper and buy magpie. I can draw on, take coin, and hope I don't draw a torture dead. I don't have a high level of confidence in that play, but I almost wish the torture had been bottom decked here. Shoot, I did not get the King's Court. That sucks. Okay. Do I want another torture? Do I want a nobles? Nobles has some things going for it. That's really awful though, the torture whiffed there. Here I will just expedition again if I have the chance. What did he buy? Yeah. Okay, try again. The mill is also in the next hand again, so he is taking it presumably because he has mill. And so he's just taking, I guess, what would be a guaranteed King's Court. I get a King's Court. Now we get to play who lines King's Court up with torture first. That's a fun game. I would like to get some magpies. Hopefully he drews King's Court dead. The winner of this round is me. So I suppose... Shoot. He got some magpies there, which sucks. And he gets another King's Court, which sucks. I get quite a few. Well, the nobles, I mean, I had a really, really lucky draw there. There's no two ways about it. I guess now I get to pile out the magpies, more or less. Do I want to take the guaranteed final? magpie, or do I want to... Yeah, I guess I do. Nine is not that exciting, but it's okay. I mean, obviously, no complaining about that turn. I mean, I'll do it, but I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't complain about that turn. Hopefully he doesn't have King's Court. Okay. So do I want to king the magpie start with, or do I want to play my options? Start with that. Those were really good, actually. What did he do? He bought a torture. That's not so bad. This is really easy to pile out here because of the cursing and the pawns. Okay, there's nobles. Torture is now on top. Would like to try for a King's Court torture, so that means playing the nobles for cards, pretty much. Nope. It's an estate, so that's not going to pan out. So we just got to do this. We can get to the mills, though it's not like the best thing ever. What did he do? He has a King's Court on top, so he probably has nice stuff. What am I got left? A magpie and a mill. Like an expedition here is probably pretty good. It helps fight the attack a little bit. So I gotta think here. I guess take one and go down 4. Maybe better to take 2 and not go down at all. Maybe better from a points perspective. I don't know if that's worth it worrying about because of the wolf den, but he just gets an expedition. Alright, we're seeing the torture already. Really good magpies. Mill. I'm thinking no to that. Okay. Maybe it was bad not to take the dollars. Where the odds of me, if I did get through the deck, I would almost certainly make the shuffle. I could believe that. I didn't maybe fully consider it. So there are a lot of things I could buy to take away the the unique issue. I have a bit of a uniques issue. The problem, I guess the scary thing here is whether if he has enough to king 2 torturers. Well, I may just be out of luck if that can happen. Oh, he just is dudded. Okay. Alright, well I can... Buys a harem. That's like negative points. Or is it neutral points? No, negative points. Why would you buy a harem? That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to do 4, so I'm going to have 1, 3, 5. I'm going to have 7 king courtable actions. Right? Maybe I'll have a pile out. I'll have to look. This turn I'll definitely be able to make enough money. That it's that I'll definitely be able to get some things besides just expedition and then that stuff. Okay. There may have been a way to set up some magpies on top of the deck there. Probably was a way. Well, anyway, I should check to make sure I don't have a pile out. Well, I have 7 buys and there are 10 cards left in the supply, so that doesn't it doesn't look like an option. I can get a torture. We will want to do an expedition. I don't know what he kept for his 2 cards. I mean, they can't be that scary, right? Do an expedition. Do a king's court. Could do a couple pawns. He doesn't have enough money to buy out the king of courts. It could just be another expedition. That's maybe the safest thing. Which is good. It's good to be safe in situations like this. I did add another king's court, so we will want to play maybe a couple of these pawns, or one. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if he's going to go down to nothing, then he might as well resign, because I can just expedition 6 times and I'll never whiff. Again, there's a reasonable chance that I could have set something up with mill. I shouldn't have said the words never whiff. I mean, that's obviously inviting the worst kind of luck. So 19. I still don't have enough buys. Or like money. But now I do. Yeah, that's unfortunately one where it's just a lot of the game just comes down to who hits that torture King's Court chain a couple times first. Alright, so I can tie, or, well, tie is very unlikely. I can, if I win this next one, the match is over. I should be a little more careful and look for those things that have the setup for the next turn. Look for the mill setups there. But I guess the question here is whether you do militia or potion first. I kind of like a militia, but I will take a potion next for... This could be trouble. I hope he plays his militia now, of course. And barring that, I hope that my things collided. Okay, that's good. I will take a counterfeit over a potion. I would have taken an artisan if I had... Well, artisan's actually not that great here. Okay, so I probably wouldn't have taken an artisan, but I do want a potion, so I think here I'll get a potion. Second, could be second counterfeit, but would have been cool to have the Pearl Diver in here and do the advance, but whatever. So yeah, I want to get started on these. If he malicious me, actually even if he doesn't militia me, I'm just going to advance here. That was pretty nice for him. I don't want the artisan yet. I want the draw. So I'm going to get the hireling. Advance and give a buy doesn't know. I got paranoid there for a second that I should have played the coppers, but it was fine. Don't like second militia. I don't think it's any good. Second counterfeit is probably okay. I would consider, ooh, yuck, gross, bleh. I would consider a jester there. When I took the second counterfeit, jester was an option. So he's gonna have the minstrels, I suppose, with this artisan lead. Advance plays nicely with the counterfeits if you ever draw your cheap actions. Thank goodness he didn't reveal my hireling, but that's okay. I'm fine with the militia. I'm also fine with him gaining it. The bad thing was hitting, of course, 2p. That was really not good. But the rest of this is okay. I may draw my counterfeit. Nope. I do like Graverobber, but not yet. He has way too many terminals for how much draw he has. Just way too many. Okay, since advance is not apparently once per turn, I will just kill both of these suckers. I could get an artisan now. I'm not sure I'm feeling it yet, though. This is the time, though, as far as the draw, I guess. When he gestures my alchemist off the top, I'll be pretty sad. Pretty very sad. I don't get enough credit for calling things like that, but I do it all the time. I should get like an award for those kinds of called shots. Thankfully, he has 30 Graverobbers. His jester's doing work, that's for sure. All I can hope at this point is that I do put together a clean deck eventually, and that's just better than his more messy thing. That's really the only thing I have going for me here. And that he greens too soon, which he definitely is if he's buying those already. I could militia now, and I don't know that the militia matters all that much, to be honest. I only have one militia. I was thinking I could... I need a minstrel. Can I afford a minstrel and a alchemist if I counterfeit the silver and play militia? 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives me $8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not enough. Playing the hireling is not enough. But I don't have to play the counterfeit on the silver. I don't know that this was the right play, but I do need a minstrel. And I do like attacking him some. 30 grave robbers. I mean, I guess if he really goes fast on the provinces using the grave robbers, he might beat me. I don't know. I'm hoping he just doesn't have enough draw. He is... That's how he's looking to go, I guess. That's pretty bad. I'm okay with getting another potion. Three provinces already. This is going to be pretty rough. Maybe I can accelerate decently fast, I suppose. I hope I can anyway. I could kill the potion. That doesn't give me enough. I guess if I counterfeit a counterfeit, I can do double alchemist this turn. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can do it anyway. I don't have to counterfeit the counterfeit. If I've counted correctly, which is always a question. I did forget I did forget the fact that that would not allow me to top deck the alchemists. So that's not so good. Yeah, he's just moving through these guys. It's scary. And I am, like, doing insane things, which are really awful. I haven't tossed the potion yet, so... This is going to be really tough. I am going to have to be pretty careful on how I'm playing this stuff. Unfortunately. I need a Graverobber. There are no... I gotta play these militias every turn. He top deck alchemist last turn. No. Or when was that? No, he didn't. Graverobber can't do anything with the counterfeits, so that's nothing. Boy golly. I mean, I could build palace points, but they're really bad. They're like really crappy. They're just an incredibly slow way of scoring points here. Gesture is not terrible. Gotta get this potion down. Gotta do counterfeit. Well, realistically, I just won a couple minstrels, right? I need more actions. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to think if I might need more draw. Probably not. So I'm not going to advance the Pearl Diver since it doesn't... Oh no, I do have 3 buys, so that does help a little bit. Maybe I want an alchemist and a... 3 piles are also kind of scary here. Though it's pretty far away. Guess he's gonna gesture now. I don't know what I have on top there. We need Drew the jet. Jeez, of course he has a Graverobber. Holy cow. The Pearl Divers are also low. That's awful. Whew. No way. I'm not gonna make it. I don't hardly have the draw to make it. And every turn he pairs a Graverobber with a 5, which is not unreasonable. He has a lot of those cards, I guess. He has a lot of Graverobbers. Anyway. I gotta get to this potion. Can't not have the potion. So, and now I have to start buying duchies, but I don't have the draw to have this continue turn after turn. but I need at least like 4 duchies. Does it make sense to get a jester? Does it make sense to force a shuffle now? Does he have good cards or crappy cards in his hand? Jester is an easy way of gaining and potentially attacking, though it's also potentially just nothing. Or even bad, because it could rush in the 3 piles. It's just uncontrolled, so it's potentially quite awful. On the other hand, it does give me another source of virtual coin, because I probably need to buy buy duchy. Probably I'm behind, and so I need to get a little bit lucky with the with this process anyway. Like that, that's just a big old nothing. Do I need to, should I keep the buy? Should I keep the counterfeit? Probably not. It is also my only way to hit. Well, not. That's not true. I should have gained something else since I was just turning this into a duchy. It was silly to lower that pile, but I don't know. I'm not going to come back from him getting another province, right? Which is almost inevitable. It's just a matter of time. Maybe even a matter of very short time. Right? So it's not like... What? Sorry. I will see if he accepts it, because I did not mean to trash that potion. Pearl Diver doesn't really give me anything. I guess realistically, second, or another province is my bigger issue than piles. Since the piles are like 6 cards or something. I don't know. It's not gonna work. Okay. Jeez. Oh gosh, I thought he just had it again. So he top decked a Graverobber. Probably like killing that counterfeit there is what will cost me the game. I'm glad I'm drawing all my green cards. That's very convenient. So he's got another province in hand, right, based on this wandering minstrel stuff. Yeah, so he's already got a province in hand. I would need to triple province and double duchy to still lose. There's no way. I don't even get to top deck anymore. Well, I guess there's probably some alchemists sitting up there anyway. Did I do something really stupid with my artisans last time that wasn't just like gaining straight up duchies? That was probably really stupid. Like, why not just triple duchy right then with the artisans? I'm an idiot. I am just a moron. Sure. Right, like I should have just been straight up gaining duchies. Would have made more sense. Didn't get the potion. 39 isn't technically half the VP here, so I guess I won't resign yet, but you know. For all intents and purposes, it is. If he was stuck for turns where he was literally just buying estates, I could maybe get there, but it just takes too many turns, and I don't have the minstrels. To get there. So this is pretty much a waste of time. I wonder what, like, with a miracle, pardon me, with a miracle draw where, like, I have no green in hand, and then, like, the minstrel's all trash, you know, not trash, but throwaway green. We're going to game 7, though, for sure. Because he's got this artisan. Yeah, there's another one. Nope, not gonna top deck that. Those are pretty good. Hey, that was a nice minstrel. Probably shouldn't play the Pearl Diver. I don't know if I should try to get to the potion or not. Well, we want to save a minstrel, I guess, for making green cards disappear. If we don't get to the potion, right? Can also just do this. Do I want one of those? Does that help me? Probably not. Probably it actually does, but I would be fine if at any point he wants to say, hey, I have Graverobber and a 5 in hand. If he wants to say that, I don't have to play my turn out. I don't have any strong desire to do that. Okay, so last game. It's just random. All right. Man, this game sucks. This board is awful. There is a sort of an engine with King's Court, but also it's not very good. But probably it beats everything else here. Wow, this is gonna be a pain. I think it beats everything else. You have to use... Man, there's just no trashing though. And you get 5 curses or 6 curses or whatever. I mean, you can set your turns up, but... I mean, the only thing that makes me think it works is there's just nothing else here. But that being said, I guess maybe with between gears there's enough if you have time. But do you have time? Oh boy. I don't like the Swamp Hag. So if I play the gear... Okay, so if I play the gear, the Sea Hag may miss because... like I can set aside the gear and the Swamp Hag's alright. The Swamp Hag's fine. This is looking already lost for me, really. That's not true, but maybe the gear opening is just horrendous. Maybe his Sea Hag missed. No. Alright. I got pretty lucky here. He'll play a Swamp Hag now. Buy a mill, probably? A taxman. I would rather a mill, to be honest. I did not hit 7, which is not that unexpected. Okay, so he's taking the curse stuff. I don't even get to scout. He should probably buy gears. Probably is just gonna buy nothing. Okay, he buys a king's court. I'm winning this curse split pretty well. He of course has a much better deck treasure wise. That's not everything though. It's hard to balance the scouting parties versus gaining stuff. Okay. Okay, so we won that split by a lot. I think there's King's Court sitting in here. I don't necessarily want to scout. Probably a vagrant. I guess we only took 3. We won that 7-3. That's gonna help a lot. I like that I'm sort of pretending that there's buy here when there just isn't, but the buy would be Graverobber again. Which maybe just doesn't work at all, I don't know. It's so slow to gain stuff. I feel like I have to make sure there's an action up here. Okay. I just need to buy I just need to buy Graverobber, so I only need 5. Maybe this is gonna work. Maybe not. That does not help. Because he might be able to buy province and set up the next turn, although that's not so clear. Okay, so this is the Sea Hagsworth. I wonder if it's worth it to cycle him. Maybe. Okay. Yep, that's about what I expected. So, is a King's Court important? No, I gotta do scouting party. And then another royal carriage. Or buy a royal carriage. Mill is also pretty good. So he's going to be able to set up his next turn. Fortunately, those things, I guess, are out of the shuffle. So he probably has another province in the following turn. I'm starting to get a deck, though, so maybe it'll come together. And I'm not working from such an awful points lead or such an awful points deficit because I managed to win the split really large. Done reacting. Done reacting. Done reacting. Okay, so I want to call it on the king. What do I want to call it on? Probably just the mill, maybe the vagrant. Or sorry, what do I want at King's Court? It's got to be one of these. So I guess I'll go with the vagrant. Get a little draw. Okay. Now I can Graverob a King's Court on top. No, it doesn't go on the top unless you're taking it from the trash, but still I can do that in a little bit. See what we draw. No, we didn't find the King's Court, so that's a bummer. Here I think I would like to buy another King's Court. It's probably not safe to do a This next turn is likely to dud, isn't it? Very likely to dud. What does it have in it? It has a King's Court and a gear. Is the gear in there too? Maybe there's a gear in there. That makes it a little different. If there is. Doesn't necessarily rescue it, but so at least I can set up the next turn. Ah, shoot. He has a gear. That's awful. So he's probably province and preparing the next turn a little bit. Oh no, good. He didn't have anything. Okay. That's already a pretty good starting hand. Probably need more draw. I could attack him, I guess, with Taxman some. I'm gonna say I'm not in that place. I'm not in that place to do that. He plays Swamp Hag. Okay. Though it may be necessary to win eventually to get there. I guess it's better to put threes, and like I was thinking about doing the Vagrant, but it's better to put I guess it should have been the Vagrant. So there'll be a moat in there. Yeah. So I can set aside a king's court now with like a curse or something. These gears. But I need the draw. I really, really need the draw. I have 4 king's courts. I guess if I was planning on buying a gear, it was worth it to set something up there, but is the taxman gonna be required to make the game last forever? To at least see if his turns have the province and then kill it if they do? Probably it is. But I don't have the draw yet. I really, really don't. That is about what you'd expect. Okay. The moats, I guess, are strictly worse than the gears. I think if he buys duchies, it's really not an issue. I think that probably helps me in the long run. Okay, so how to do this? I mean, I'm going to call them on King's Courts, right, pretty much throughout. I guess if I'm ever at a spot where I can win immediately, I should probably do that. Which I guess might be right now. If I grave rob a King's Court, royal carriage. No, one of the royal carriages is out. So it's not this turn, but maybe next turn. We need to buy another card that's like worth 5. I probably should have been setting aside with all the gears. Okay, I guess we'll start setting aside. I'm not really sure how the how this all plays out between the setting aside garbage. Oh, I have the swamp hag. One, two. If I still have another King's Court after this, which I should, I guess I win right now. Graverobber on Graverobber, King's Court, Swamp Hag, 3, buy a province with the mill money. That's 4. 4 times 6 is 24, is a 1 point win. Right, Graverobber, I just don't want to botch this. Four times 6 is 24. Is 20. Alright, let's do this. I made a lot of those last longer than they probably should have. Well, I barely scraped through the second round. Things are I'm not making it through these easily. But I guess maybe trial by fire will help me. I don't know. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all for my next match.